not driving, obviously. He's like, hey, man, you got, primary mediastinal large B-cell lymphoma, whatever it is, right? Didn't matter to me. And the second one was like, is this the crack your chest open kind of cancer? Or is this, it's like, no, it's a high-intensity chemo one. So, like, okay, we got one on the board. We got to win there. So I ended up doing about 6 rounds of intense chemo, and going for 5 days at a time, get bags, do all that stuff. So I did 6 rounds. They wanted me to do 2 more. Luckily, my wife, who is an absolute expert, who made it her target in life, understood that she became literally an expert on all these studies of that, challenged the doctors and made it so that I didn't have to do any more chemo. And so, the end of it was kind of uneventful. I was out fishing with my brother-in-law on the Okaloosa Pier, and I get a phone call, and it's like, oh, yeah, man, they say you don't need to do more chemo. All right. Like, so, like, yeah, you're in remission. Well, all right, no ringing the bell, no thing. Like, tell people, like, I guess I'm good, And so I tell you the story, right, because some of the big key takeaways from it we already talked about. Identifying your target, whether that was me or my wife, and going through the struggle that I went through. We had all the things. My wife is really, Chrissy is the leader of the story. But she made it her target to identify that, the target, understand an operational environment, which was every study under the sun for cancer. And then we built our crew, which was our immediate family, my family, the doctors, all those things to attack it. We had conflict too, And my family probably remembers this. My wife literally reading my oncologist the riot act. I'm like, no, you're wrong. The study you're saying is not correct. He's like, and literally he came back and was like, hey, you're actually right. So she saved me from doing radiation, from doing 2 more rounds of chemo because of that. And so I tell you that because it's not a matter of if, it's when. And so what I want you also to take away is what I'm grateful for was that I started from a position of power, right? And they told me that the entire time is that you're lucky that you're starting with strong pillars. I mean, I was working out, I was probably benching 500, at least. And, I said they're mostly true. So I started from a position of power, so I was able to take, a lot. And so I was grateful it wasn't my kids, it wasn't my wife, it wasn't my parents, it was me. And so it's not a matter of if it's going to happen to you, it's just when.